All righty, everyone. Welcome to the closing session. We'll let a couple of people get their seat real quick, and then we are going to drop the house lights and start our week in review film. Everyone pile in. I see a few people still coming in. All right, let's go ahead and drop the house lights.
Welcome you to the Mile High City of Denver. We are so very grateful to the wonderful Globe community that is gathered here.
Everybody has mentioned just how wonderful it is to be here in person and the sort of family reunion atmosphere that's already been generated.
Can you believe that we have not had an in-person meeting since 2019?
Now it's been a long journey for many of you, and thank you for making your way here and coping with the time zone change and everything.
Through Globe, students, teachers, governments, everyday citizens are inspired to become part of a global community to restore and protect the Earth. Everyone's working together towards a common goal. And so this is science diplomacy.
And it's really wonderful to be able to come together and share our work and celebrate our accomplishments.
Quantifying and characterizing the water cycle is fundamental for sustainable water resource management.
How many of you are familiar with the fact that the moon is going to block out the light of the sun next year? All right, so this will be some education then.
I think our impacts go well beyond science.
My hope is that the Globe program can help expand that message of kindness and generosity and peace to everyone. You know, to use science as a way to bring us together with a message of kindness and peace and prosperity for all people.
Thank you to all of the working groups. I don't know about you, I'm not only impressed, but almost a little bit overwhelmed to realize how much work has been done by all 5 of these groups.
We really have this central and persistent and overriding focus in making sure that Globe indeed is for everybody.
The entire Apollo program was made up of great moments. But to me, the most important aspect were the tree seeds that my father carried. Thus, we started the Moon Tree Foundation to unite, inspire, and promote conservation. We go around the world planting trees from descendants of seeds that went to the moon.
I admire all of you for the work you do, but I want to give a special shout out to the students.
Globe is all about science and it's all about learning new things, and I think that that's just something that's really cool.
My favorite thing about Globe is meeting new people and how everyone's friendly.
I have been involved in Globe from the very beginning in 1995 when I was a student. The things that I find fascinating about Globe is the hands-on nature of the program that can be offered to teachers and students to support their learning and their awareness about the natural environment, and also the international reach of the program that brings together so many cultures.
Our students who are in the Globe Club are much different from the others. They're able to identify problems, they're able to come up with ways of solving the problems, they're able to collect data, they have higher levels of thinking compared to the other students.
Change is possible through knowledge.
One thing I've learned so far with the Globe annual meeting is how exciting, how powerful, how impactful Globe is and can be as it grows. You know, the whole idea of building out this network of knowledge creation, of partners across communities, smaller communities, engaging young people in the work, not only of learning science, but doing science and contributing knowledge to the general knowledge ecosystem that we're all a part of.
We just need to have a literate society that understands how science works, how the environment works, what's our role in it. We only have one planet, and there's no planet B for us. We have to maintain and sustain ourselves on this planet if we're going to survive as a species. And the students that are downstairs right now are going to help us, hopefully, to meet the challenges that we'll have tomorrow and next year and in the next decade.
Test. All right. I'm glad no one tripped while we had the lights down. So I wanted to start out by thanking everyone and welcome to the closing session for the 2023 Globe Annual Meeting. That's hashtag Globe Meeting 2023. All of you have used that hashtag. You have been tagging us. You have been interacting with us on social media. And we want to thank you for doing that. When we have a big event like this and we have participation, it creates a bit of a buzz here, but it also allows those who cannot attend to take part in some aspects of the meeting. I also want to thank you for putting up with our film crew and us recording all of these sessions. Our goal with this was that we could make the meeting more accessible to those who could not attend. Our intention was to produce high-quality products that were long-lasting for the program, but also let those who couldn't attend at least see keynote speakers, opening sessions, things like that. So a huge shout out to Lorikeet Creative. The film crew has been working with us to help us meet some very high standards that we have when it comes to these types of products. And thank you all for, not bumping into camera equipment, putting up with us when we say that mic's in the way. We really appreciate it, and the broader community appreciates it. We have had members who were not able to attend DM us and say, thank you for recording this. And that really means a lot to us that these products are being used. In just 2 days, our opening session has had 100 views on YouTube, and people are actually watching the video through as opposed to watching 30 seconds and leaving. That's a really good thing to check for. And people are watching these, and they're watching our keynotes and all of this. And we will continue to post some of these sessions that have been recorded here. Well, all of the sessions that have been recorded here will be posted. And so thank you all so much for working with us as we produced this product for the broader community as well. It's been lovely to get to know all of you as well while we have been filming this, interviewing you, all of it. So thank you so much. I'm going to now hand over to Simon. No? Oh, I almost forgot. I have NASA t-shirts. We announced a raffle. We announced a raffle. If you came up to myself or Tessa and said that you were following the Globe program, you were participating, well, we put your name on a list, and then we did a random selection. Not that many people came up to us, but of the people that came up to us, let's see, our winners are Victoria Metcalf. You get a NASA shirt. You get a NASA shirt. Take it to Antarctica for us, will you? Thank you. All right. Our next person is, please forgive my pronunciation, Wengchuk Zengmo. She's a student. Okay, I'm like, please tell me I didn't pronounce it that horribly. Okay, we will find her and give her her shirt. And then our last shirt goes to Gail Goodwin. Gail? New Zealand, you guys are really coming out for this. Thank you. And thank you all again for participating with us on social media. We encourage you to continue participating with us on social media. This is a wonderful way for us to get the stories of the Globe community out there. And now that the NASA t-shirts are passed out, I will be handing off to Simon.
Thanks. And I have been sort of wowed by the work that Madeline and everybody else has done on the comms this week. I got a message from my dad, actually, saying, that used to be my blazer. I was actually wearing his blazer on Monday. That's all he said. He didn't say, looks like a great conference or anything. But I think the fact that my dad, who doesn't know anything about computers or social media, had spotted this somewhere on the web shows that it's definitely getting traction. So I think we have now got something about our Globe Observer team that was set up this week. So, Kristen, do you want to take it away?
So, as you recall, on the opening session, we asked people to join the Globe team for the annual meeting, and we had 28 people join the team. And I have collected some highlight photos of observations taken from clouds, land cover, trees, and mosquito habitats throughout that time. Now, so I'll play that in just a minute. And I realized that I forgot to bring my NASA pins and stickers down. So, but I will bring them down for this evening. So the people who joined the team and then collected observations, because the names don't appear in the video, because we'll put this video out on social media. But the people who contributed observations this week: Francis Imerlino, Drew Keel Student 2, Josephine Joy Antalan, Christy Buffington, Julie Hauk. I did some, Dorian Janney, and a citizen science, GOX1V2W. So if that's you, that's somebody who hasn't given themselves a username. So if that's you, Dave Overroy, Joanne Kalopi, Shannon Connor, and Teresa Schwerin. So those are the people who contributed observations on the team. So if you would like a NASA pin or sticker, I will have to run up to my room and get them, but come find me later. But thank you to everyone. And I will say also, I didn't count these. I think Peggy and Todd Toth, I think your weather station data is showing up on the team. So I didn't count that because it didn't look like you did any observations with the app, but they do appear on that. And if you're curious to look, I just have a few, it's about 20 pictures going through, so it certainly doesn't represent every single observation. But if you want to view all of the observations that came in from the annual meeting team, if you go on the Globe website and go to community and find Globe teams, you can search for Annual Meeting Denver 2023, and you can see, look at all the observations. So, yeah, there's no sound. So there's where we got data points from. You can see the clusters in Denver and Boulder. Oh, these were Brian's that he took before he joined the team, those true tree height observations, but I put them in the video anyway. Yeah, I should have put like music on it or something. Yeah, you don't want me to sing. Oh, I forgot to change. Shoot, I forgot to change the location on that one. That was actually, I'll fix that before I put it up on social media tomorrow. So there you go. Some of the observations you took around the area over the last few days.
Thank you very much. So in the program, which you all obviously know by heart by this point in the week, it says that we're going to discuss a week in review, and I think that video captured very well the range of activities that have gone on, but also, perhaps more importantly, next steps. And I took two things away from the addresses, the speeches today speeches by Victoria and John Francis. The first one was, and I wrote it down, from Victoria said, we need to listen more. You need to listen more than you speak. So I take that to heart. And then the second one was, John said, as we aspire, so we become. And I think one way that we can, as the GIO, as all those people who are involved in the program, listen to each other is by giving people the opportunity to speak. So Amy and I had a quick chat about this, and we thought this is really a chance to hear from you about your next steps. What are you taking away from this meeting? What was your key takeaway? What are you desperate to get home and start doing? When we put the meeting together, we have an international organizing committee, and they did a great job. We had a series of 6 monthly meetings, and as we prepared the agenda and prepared the program. So I just wanted to maybe acknowledge their work by handing the microphone first to one of that international organizing committee to share perhaps what their next steps are and any feedback they've got on the meeting, anything they want to share. And that is Andrea, who I cannot see. There she is. Andrea does a wonderful job. I actually first met Andrea before I joined the GLOBE program because she interviewed me. So not only is she the country coordinator for Uruguay, amazing part of the Latin America region, she also does lots of things to help out the GIO. So thank you, Andrea. I owe you a personal thanks, I think. And we're here to listen.
So as part of the IOC with Simon and all the other colleagues, I felt very well working with them. We felt heard in our suggestions, our common work. And I think it's important to have the vision of the international community. As I always say, it's very important, the vision of the international community. And one of the things during these days, me and I think others could see that maybe during the presentations, the different kind of presentations like mini workshops or lightning talks or strands, we feel like any other years, we can't listen all the things that we would like to listen because somehow we are presenting in another room, so this avoids us to have the opportunity to listen to all of us. I don't know which is the right manner to organize this in the proper way that we could listen to everybody, because I know the recording is going to be ready later for us to review once and more. But things like today, for example, like we had a mini workshop of 1 hour in the Latin American region, presenting all the learning activities we had preparing for a long and hard year. We only had 11 persons listening to us. And I think in one way I was happy because all the community was there, the Latin American community was there, but I would have liked that everyone could see us and know about it. So I think a mini workshop, it can be repeated. So it's an experience you have to have. And it reminds me like a sad or a bitter feeling, but I know we can organize in a different way for the next time, and we propose to do it better. And if I'm not in the committee, I know anybody can do it better than us. So thank you, and please think about it for the next time to be better organized. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Anybody else? Next steps, feedback, suggestions. This is a kind of open mic. Whoa, there we go.
Well, I want to thank you all You all have reaffirmed my belief in the power of people from around the world coming together to study Earth and share that learning with others. And because I think this is such a powerful group, my commitment is that I'm going to go home and in the next year try to recruit at least one person to join Globe. Do you think that's going to be really powerful? Maybe. But how about if I offer that challenge to all of you, and over the next year, each of you recruits one new person and asks them to recruit one new person. And if we can actually do that, this program will grow exponentially. This program's growing now, but I would love to see this program grow exponentially so that other people around the world can learn about what we're doing and join. And thank you.
Thank you. It's a pyramid scheme approach. Who's next? Hands. Commitments. Oh, there we go. Save me.
I'm one of the teachers, and I just want to say thanks for having the students share today. I really enjoyed hearing from them, seeing the glistening in their eyes when they realize that they can be our next leaders. It was really encouraging to hear them speak to their experience this time during the meeting and what they're going to do when they go back home. They already have an action plan, some of them, on how they want to share with their communities at home and get more kids involved. So it was very encouraging.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. I'm not as quick as I was at the beginning of the week.
It has been an incredible experience, wonderful meeting old friends, getting new ones, meeting face to face, and I have to reflect and decipher everything over the next while. One comment, and this is not a criticism, but something to think about for the next planning, can we make it a cheaper venue? And I think a lot of more people want to participate that couldn't participate. And so if there are ways, maybe working with universities, whatever, that might be something to broaden the reach of the participation. Because as we know, in person is so valuable. So just a suggestion, okay?
Thank you. We will, later in this session, we will be hinting towards the future. So hang around for that. Other hands. Sandra. Wait.
It's just a suggestion. Could we use less plastics in the next meeting? Because we had a lot of plastics here. Should we have an annual meeting plastic-free? Because this is great, but all the plastics we use not. And it's a big contradiction between the mission of Globe and what we had here. Thank you.
Thank you. Ngozi, I saw. En français, en anglais?
Merci beaucoup au Bureau de Globe.
Thank you so much to whole Globe.
D'abord d'avoir facilité la compréhension avec des interprètes pour tout un chacun.
For the facilitation of us being able to understand this with the help of the interpreters.
Merci également pour les mini-workshops, ce qui m'a permis de résoudre tous les problèmes que j'avais sur le site.
Thanks to all the mini workshops that was able to help me so I can resolve all the problems that I was having. Tous les problèmes que vous avez on the site.
Thank you very much.
I just want to give observations and quick reflection. In the first working group day meeting, we encountered an enormous exercise of what went well and what has to be improved. And we end up we raised this issue of we have very limited things to say about what went well. And there's a lot of concerns surfaced, but they are something for improvement and productive purposes. So I thought of just imagining at that time how Globe has given to all the communities. And these are basically very nuanced and subtle. And they have kind of an intrinsic value. That's what it's very difficult to express. With that, I just have thought of an imagination. This is something which I am going to give you as a gift. So the same working group members, this is an imagination, a story. They went after the working group meeting to a dinner. This is a story I am making it up. And this is a mixed working group members. And they met a stranger in the restaurant. And they saw the thing and they said, okay, these people are not from Denver, probably seems to be visitors. And they started talking to him. Well, are you a visitor? Yes, I'm talking about Globe, things like that. And the person was very much interested. They sit on the same table. Said, please tell me about the program. And it started from, it started before 25 years, so many things. Good, and it keeps going on. And the person is from academics. And said that, okay, there must be also a lot of constraints. Talk about some constraints. So the same thing what has been reflected on the first day. And the thing that that group realized is why we did not able to say all these good things when we were asked on that first day. So this is something which was something, normally we don't realize how much we get from this particular, for me, is a bigger ecosystem. And I want to end with this analogy. How big is this ecosystem is? I will take into an ecological analogy by saying there are certain deficiency of dissolved oxygen here and there in the system of Globe. But all species, means all stakeholders, are very happy and satisfied. There is turbidity issues here and there, but the process are very transparent. So this is what exactly Globe is good about. So as a science working group member, we find it very hard when trying to sunset some of them. What we found is, my final one conclusion is, with all the limitation, we have a mechanism to self-correct. So there is no closing of door in Globe. If it, closed at one particular point of time, the bigger door opens in the larger ecosystem. That is Globe for me. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll come there and then over there to you, Ola.
Thank you. I was specifically amazed in visiting INCAR yesterday. This visit inspired me a new way for science, and thank you for all organizer because it was amazing yesterday. And next annual meeting, I hope to participate and to carry on with me new teachers in Madagascar to because the exchange is very, very important for us. Thank you.
Ulla, was your hand up?
Thank you. I have learned so many new things. I have got so many new ideas. It was my pleasure to be in this amazingly smart globe community from around the globe. And my promise is to translate the carbon molecule game into my language so that the students in our country can better learn about the carbon cycle in their schools.
All right. Anybody else? Couple of hands. I wasn't sure who was first. Let's go with and then.
I just want to thank everybody for their joy and professionalism coming to the meeting. It took a lot to get here in person. I wanted to thank you a million times for the gratefulness of getting to come and be positive-minded and move forward and find answers for teachers and children and the youth that were here. It's just a joy to hear us be consistent and keep growing and keep testing. What I wanted to say is there's an opportunity down in San Diego to work with this diverse population that we have of at-risk students and students that can be in touch with GLOBE and bring science back this new way with the cottages. So we would like to know, or I would like to know, how to be in touch with you if you want your children to find a cottage from the House of Public Relations that's part of the Park Balboa Park in San Diego. And we'll continue the 65, 75 years of world connection with innovation with you, and we'll invite more countries to collaborate with students. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say this. There's been a lot of debate about the power of science, the power of education, the power of knowledge, and sometimes there's a certain degree of pessimism, especially about the environment in the world. I just want to encourage you that every time somebody comes to me with that kind of narrative, I have something to say. You don't know, and you haven't seen GLOBE. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Great, thank you. Any other hands? Okay.
Okay, I'm so emotional in these moments. I'm gonna cry, sorry. But I need to say thank you. Thank you for all the members of GLOBE program. Thank you for giving to us this opportunity to present our work, our project, our ideas. And thank you to you, my students. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of all the students, but you are an inspiration, not for other students, but for each of the teachers to stay here. And thank you, and you are an amazing students, and I really love you. Thank you.
Great. Anybody else? There we go. Oh, look. Somebody's rising to the challenge.
Hi, everybody. I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone, and especially the people who are involved with putting this wonderful program together. It was such a wonderful opportunity not only to learn, but also to interact with so many people and to learn from them. And we are all trying our level best to bring improvement in the program and to improve the learning of our students, our community. But to be here together and to talk to each other about our experiences has been wonderful. So thank you, everyone, and special thank you to all those who have put this program together, all the people involved, all the sponsors, so everybody. Thank you.
Wonderful. Oh, there we go.
Thank you so much. I think in Globe program has many special and many beautiful things. But I think the annual meeting the amazing one, because for me I learn many new things. But I can say knowledge coming from knowledge, meaning I have knowledge maybe in education, in science, and other things, but my colleagues here have more than me the knowledge. Sometimes when I discuss with my friend from different country, already I get some knowledge from them. Thank you so much.
Great. Last chance. Oh, there we go. Oh, couple of hands. You and then Ilyas after that.
Hello, everybody. What a wonderful meeting that we had after the corona. Since 2004, I joined the GLOBE program. And the most inspiring thing for the students to be on is to work locally. We all have a responsibility to benefit our planet. And if each person of us as a teacher, as a coordinator, as a regional coordinator, working on his site, then we're going to complete each other to draw the mosaic of the whole globe. So my theme is think globally, act locally. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Globe, this experience is wonderful as usual. The joy, the smile we used to have in our faces were every day there. So one more time we achieved that goal. But I would like especially to thank the organizing team, the GPO and the GIO, for providing translation for this session. This has been one thing we have been asking for a lot of time, but it's there now. So thank you very much for these opportunities you have offered to those people who don't speak English or who don't speak very well English like me. Merci beaucoup pour ça.
Oh, there we go. Elena.
I'd like to say thank you to every and each one of you here, and especially the youth. We are relying on you to work towards a future that we may have done our damage. But we are hopeful, and we're also hopeful because of the elders that have come before us. And so I thank all the funding agencies, GIO, GPO, GLOBE partnerships, GLOBE partners, teachers, students, everyone. My head, my stomach, and my heart is full. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Some wonderful observations there. I'm going to see if Amy, would you like to try to follow that?
No, I can't really, but yeah, so I'm still in the listening mode, and I just want to first say I appreciate everyone sharing. You know, I think that's the most valuable aspect of the whole meeting is to hear from everyone. And on that theme, so I've been thinking about we're really not that far from the 30th anniversary of Globe. And I was wondering if we can leverage this opportunity to brainstorm as a group about how we should organize that 30th anniversary annual meetings. It's really not too early to start planning for that now. And so I'm just going to open up the mic and I will do the running around to get some exercise. So let's go.
Just 2 words, more students.
Oh, yes. Excellent. Yep.
More opportunity to share our cultures.
It would be wonderful. It's a GLE for students, teachers, and the whole Globe community celebrating the 30th anniversary.
Sorry? Dixon, is it you? No.
My request was just given by somebody else, and that's just wonderful.
Okay, got it.
Can we GLE it?
Can we GLE it? All right. Yep.
The next GLE in Latin America. Is possible?
Everything is possible. Anyone else? Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm a strong advocate of young children. And when I was listening to the students who are presenting today, I was really touched. How I got so emotional when a student talked of expanding the knowledge she has to other students. So again, I'll say like somebody else has said, we need more teachers on board, more teachers to participate in the planning and organization from the regional levels, and more students on board.
Thank you very much. Yes, obviously, alumni need to be a part. We need more alumni. We need to get more from them. Yes, alumni.
Lower registration and hotel rates.
Sorry, someone have said it before, but I just want to emphasize on it again. More teachers and students.
I see a theme emerging here.
I'm saying this as an attendee rather than the guy with the mic. But I would say having a wonderful local co-host this week has been so nice. It's my opportunity as well to big up Rich Wagner. So from MSU, he's been wonderful. And Cassie and Riley from ASCP, the Aurora Sustainable Campus Program. They helped get some of you in the creek last night. And that's just been so nice as part of the planning and the implementation of this and really kind of feeling a little rooted in one place.
Anyone else? Yeah.
I mean, I have to say, you know, we should have it in conjunction with the GLE, like all these other people have said, because I think a lot of people here don't see the students in a, you know, every day like some of us do. I mean, I was a Globe teacher, and I had 4 groups of students go to GLEs, and they're doing amazing things now, and they still inspire me to this day. And I think everybody that works so hard here to make it happen, you know, it would be, I mean, it will excite, well, like you say, everybody's saying it. We need a GLE in conjunction with the 30th. Don't you agree?
All right. That was loud and clear. Oh, there.
All right, you guys said anything is possible, and I'm a big dreamer. I don't know if anyone talked to me this week, but I always have ideas, and I just have to like push them down sometimes. But I think for the 30th, it would be cool to have one location, but then have 30 watch parties going on. During each day, you could have like an hour keynote or something that is for the watch party, right? And you'd make it that time zone of wherever they are. And so bring in a country to bring in the culture. We see these locations where the watch party is and connect that way for the people that can't be here, and have students share in that too, or have a student share from a location. So one main location, 30 country location, not 30 countries, 30 locations in various countries around the world, all a part of this as well now that we have technology.
Great idea.
I would also say that it's not too late to start fundraising for all those students that we want to have, because there's a big cost to bringing, especially students. They don't have the funding. So starting to plan now to fund our students to attend and our teachers to attend is probably a good combination.
So thank you, Amy. So it's going to be, the whole year is going to be the 30th year. So how about all of us for next year, walk 30 kilometers or miles in solidarity of the Africa Regional Initiative with John.
Great. I'm going to pick on those people who have been here since the program's beginning, and I'm just wondering, is there anything that you want to bring back in terms of like the history to help us, you know, sort of have that piece with us as the program grows to its 30th? Anyone who has any idea? Sorry?
I don't know the word. Bring back the Globe song.
Oh, well, there you go. I think this is a call for.
Is this the moment? Yes. I'm not sure, because I sent you the lyrics because it's nice to, but it's just half an hour ago, so probably you haven't seen them yet. I think the best moment is tonight during dinner. We're going to sing it together, okay?
Any other historical piece we should bring back, plan into the 30th? Yep.
So we've always tended to have a historical piece at the anniversaries. Remember, if you were in LA, we did the Star Wars theme backdrop for the 25th anniversary. Oh no, for the 20th anniversary, I guess it was. But we need to update our logo. So I think now would be a good time to start thinking about updating the logo to be more contemporary and perhaps more inclusive of all the different aspects of the program. So it would be nice to launch that on the 30th anniversary, to launch the actual logo, but to have a competition perhaps before that.
I think it could be a good idea to invite all the first trainers that inspired Globe at the first stage of the program to be in the 30th. It would be nice and sharing with everybody.
And following up on that, some of the leaders in the beginning, Tom Pike, Peggy Finarelli, the chief scientist, I think it'd be great to get them all there.
I also suggest maybe during the 30th, we organize an award ceremony for those who have been around for long, Dixon and the rest. And our own coordinator, RCO for Africa, has also been around for long. So we can look out for all those people and award them during the 30th.
Merci.
Thank you.
Je suis dans le Globe depuis 1995.
I'm part of Globe since 1995.
Et toujours je suis là.
I'm always present.
Et je suis inspectrice d'enseignement.
And I'm teaching in infantry teaching.
Cela signifie que Globe a un impact positif sur l'éducation.
So which means that Globe has a positive impact on education.
Ce que je voulais conseiller et demander, c'est une forte recommandation.
What I wanted to advise and ask is a high recommendation.
Notre événement est une réussite totale.
Comment?
Notre événement, la rencontre, est une réussite totale.
So this event is very successful.
Et je demande l'invitation de tous les ministres de l'éducation à cette rencontre.
So I would like you to invite all the ministers of the education on these meetings.
Pour qu'ils puissent voir en vue.
So they can be here and see what's going on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I think it would be fun to send something to the moon in Artemis launch, a symbolic something inside that rocket. For example, our signatures, the new logo in that spaceship. It would be too much fun.
I'm Virgil from Peace Schools Network, and we're a Globe partner, but I'd like to think that all Globe schools are part of our network.
In terms of GLE, which that would be a big undertaking in a short period of time, isn't it? Yeah. But if GLE, I just want to echo Ilias, alumni. They could be on the organizing committee. They could be very assistants, and they are our continuity. So, alumni.
Hi, I just wanted to just follow up on the music piece of it. And to me, I'll just play a little bit because I keep this with me all the time. Okay. Oh.
Global learning and observations benefit the environment.
That to me, it was the Globe song. And I don't know if everybody thinks of it as the Globe from Finland. And I just remember, and I don't know if everybody thinks that the Globe songs are the Sound of Globe CD. And so I keep those songs. And I think it would be cool maybe for the 30th that we could put a band together and make a new CD. But we could have kids all over the world doing new Globe songs and putting together a new second version of the Sound of Globe. So those are great songs, and those are the Globe songs.
I'll stand up. So I'm only doing this for you, because you asked about the history of it, because I'm really, really tired. But I just wanted to point out Todd Toth. Back here, raise your hand, Todd. Everybody knows you. But Todd and I were in the very first in the world teacher training class in March of 1995. And we believe we might be the last standing people that have consistently worked at many different levels throughout Globe, being teachers, leaders, et cetera, and a little bit about the training. So those of you that weren't, some of you might not have even been alive in 1994, but there were no personal computers. The internet was just a thought coming into place. But in the first training session, some of the teachers received personal computers. Our training also consisted of learning the internet. I sent my very first email from there, and a lot of us did. We sent it to Vice President Al Gore, thanking him for making Globe happen. And satellite imagery, which I've spent my whole life on. We had Landsat image that the Vice President had to pull the strings at NASA because it was not free back then. But working with teachers looking at Landsat imagery for the very first time, and working with things like GPS was all brand new. So that was all in the first meeting. The information was literally coming up through, like, I don't know if FedEx was even around, but it might have been the Postal Service. They were literally printing the stuff in D.C., and we're like, oh, this afternoon we're going to learn, water protocol, and then the lessons were coming in, the staff was opening up boxes and handing it out. So it's really good. And so, Todd and I both, I'll speak for Todd, but we obviously find some joy in here because we're still here. But what I just want to say in the personal thing, so there's friends I have here, like Todd, like Peggy, 30 years. And that's amazing. I don't know how many of you have good friends, colleagues, traveled the world, and then meet all you wonderful people from all over the world. I've done a lot of things because I'm old, but there's nothing that compares to this community.
I need to talk with you, John. We had satellite images that we gave out at all the first workshops, and everybody signed them. And I know I've got a collection of them somewhere. In fact, that's the way I validated my trainings, because I said, wait a minute, see this? That was when, whatever. So we've got those, but we also, the suggestion was to invite Al Gore. Oh, Dixon, yeah, you can make that happen. But there were a lot of firsts, like the first teacher that submitted data, and the first, full protocol series that was completed, or whatever. The first, I don't want to say the first country, but the first international, I don't know. And then you could also do the last, the first and the last, or the 30th point, or whatever. But just some highlights like that along the way.
Excellent. Thank you. What I suggest, there should be cultural evening also. Because cultural evening, so that because like we come to the airport, to the hotel, and from the hotel we go back to the airport. Something like really it's good. Scientifically this is wonderful. But also we should have some cultural exposure. Maybe I will ask Tony how well he dances when we have the GLE or the regional meeting. Like what I mean to say, like we should have some component inbuilt, maybe. I don't know, that may cost more money or something like that. Increase the budget for the annual conference, and some sightseeing, like how the Denver city looks like. I have no idea. Like what I mean to say, that some of the half day or evening, some cultural activities should be included. Even in the regional meetings, we have visit to the Globe schools, and we have interaction. I don't know whether it is possible to have that in such a big crowd, but even it could be few groups could visit the Globe schools in US, and maybe that could be useful to the students. At least they will learn how the schools, Globe school in US work, and they can establish their relationship, cooperation. Until they do not visit the school, then it is difficult for them. Maybe there are several such experiences which we gain out of our regional meetings, and they can be, intensified and many.
Thank you.
I think we're inspired to do a lot of walking for the next 7 years with John, but it's a great way to share the experience of the hot weather. So since our state used to wear bandanas, and so did other states, we could publish some of the records in student campaigns on cotton T-shirt, bandanas, and so we could have collector bandanas to carry forward the history and the future and the present for the 30th anniversary. So they could have measurements of the Moon and the Trees campaign and the walk across the Lewis and Clark Trail and the Earth Heart Farm and whatever comes out of what we've been doing or have done in the past that we want to remember. And some of the teachers that aren't here or the students that have gone on to be graduate students or the postdoc students this year with Kevin that are here serving from all over the world at Earth Heart Farm. So just to have memory stirred, to play with some color and have something that we can wipe off our brows or keep cool with while we're representing science diplomacy.
I'll go to Christy and I'll come back to you.
Games. I was really inspired by Reem Hassan's games, her escape room, and learning Globe through so many incredible games and creativity. And then culturally, we all have different games. So to learn Globe and share cultures through games would be really fun.
I heard Globe alumni mentioned as well. They should be in terms of helping plan the meeting and be at the meeting. But we have alumni who've gone and do amazing things. They've been running into people and finding out they did Globe when they were in school, and they're doing incredible things right now. And we have Globe alumni who are Globe teachers. I'd love to see us put out a call for Globe alumni who are willing to share their stories, and maybe have multiple keynote speakers at the 30th meeting or GLE, whatever it should be, who are Globe alumni to hear about the amazing things they did and how Globe impacted their career paths.
All right, I may harking back a long time. Nobody has mentioned the fact, can we have a huge pulse of data reporting? Please. I mean, that it is a fundamental celebration that, for instance, maybe we set ourselves some objectives of strengthening our overall data set and, stand up that way, because that's one of our major accomplishments.
Speaking for Peace Schools again, I would like, for our anniversary next year, we would like to bring in 30 new engineering schools into the Globe community and their partner high schools that we'll be working with. That's our result.
Great. So that's many great ideas. We have a list of things, a long list of things through there. But thank you for that. And I'm going to hand the mic over to either Simon or John.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you so much. For those of you, Des, just in case you're wondering, Matthias is leading the cultural evening. It'll be after the banquet. He's promising to go, I think it's a karaoke bar or something. So you'll get to see Denver's culture that way. So Amy was there talking about 2025, which is the 30th anniversary. 2024, we have another annual meeting, and I have a little quiz for you. Ta-da. Where is it? And who designed it? NASA sticker if you get it right. Lapel badge if you get both. Location and architect. This is a really smart room and nobody knows. Do you guys need a hint? All right. I'm going to ask somebody in this room who's going to be the co-host of next year's annual meeting to stand up, and then you'll hopefully put it all together. That's you, Mike. So Mike was quick to point out that for those of you who did the tour yesterday at Mesa Lab, and when I think Tim, the wonderful tour guide up there, said, this is one of the finest IMP buildings in America, and there's another one, where was it? The Louvre. And Mike was like, neither of them compare to the IMP building in sunny Fredonia. Also known as SUNY Fredonia, I think. I'm already making the jokes. So, State University of New York, Fredonia, which is a wonderfully historical, I believe, U.S. partner, have very kindly, together with the, what would he say, New York State, upstate New York, ESS Collaborative, have kindly agreed to co-host, offered and agreed to co-host the annual meeting next year. So we'll be headed to the shores of Lake Erie. And if anybody is really organized, it's 15th to the 18th of July next year. So mark your calendars. And, you know, we will be taking a lot of what we learnt this year, the feedback from this session, but also talking about listening, we do an evaluation. So in the way of any good closing session, I'm going to put a QR code up on the screen. We're going to do an evaluation. You'll also get a link sent out to you next week once we've recovered from Matthias's karaoke session. But I'm going to put that up right now. If anybody wants to just take a picture of the QR code, if you're eager to... there we go. If you're eager to get the evaluation done today, it's a bit like getting your homework done on a Friday night, isn't it? Hangs over otherwise. So I think now it's time to hand over to John, and I need to just pop outside for a sec to get Tara, right?
Nothing says evaluation like standing up, huh? Let's all stand up again and stretch a little bit, shall we? Is the Globe song better standing up for later on? Matthias? Yeah. Yeah. All right, thank you very much. You can have a seat, please. It is my pleasure to conclude our concluding session by thanking some people that made this meeting possible. And so I will start by saying some things I've learned, some things I've heard from you all and from our presenters is about open science, our theme for this meeting. Open science is a journey. And I think we've all been on a journey this week that we can all be proud of and we can bring back to our home locations and have that journey continue onward beyond this week. Education is a journey as well. And journeys are better with others. Journeys are better when we have people that we like to be around and learn from each other. So I want to take an opportunity to thank everyone for making this journey, making this week a huge success. And in doing so, I will inevitably leave someone off. So, to counter that, Simon tells me that on page 21 of your program is a complete list of acknowledgments. So please refer to that, and if I missed you, I hope it's in that book, on that page too. So here we go. I'm going to start by naming groups of people, and please let's give them all a nice round of applause as I mention them. First, our sponsors. So Amy, Allison, Brandon, John, Kia, and Dixon. Let's give them all a round of applause, please. Next group, planning and logistics. Simon, let's give it up for Simon. Tara, stand up, Tara. And also Aaron and Lori, who may not be here right now. Next group, yes, Aaron and Lori. Let's give it up for them. Next group, we have community engagement. Tony Murphy, where are you? And Linwig Bells. Work? Okay. What does it mean when the battery on your microphone goes out? What does that say? Jen Bourgeot. And Carl Clark. Is Carl here? Carl, give him a round of applause. Student experiences, Grace. Peter Falcon, where are you, Peter? Is Greg in the room? Greg? No? Oh, Greg, thank you. Yes. And Jeff. Is Jeff here? Give Jeff a round of applause. Our wonderful communications team. Jan, where are you, Jan? Where's Madeline? Madeline, opposite corner. I don't know if these folks are here. Celia, is Celia still here? No? Nick and our friends at Lorikeet. I don't know where we would be without technology and community support. Eslam, where are you? And Stephanie. Really thank you both for keeping the technology running. That's so important. Thank you. And the next group is the community. That's all of you that made this so great. If you were a presenter, stand up in any way. Protocols, student experiences, facilitators in IOC. Facilitators, stand up, stand up. Our friends with DIS, where are you? Dave and Cornell, where are you? Stand up, come on, let's have it, yeah. Regional coordinating officers, stand up. Country coordinators, stand up. Globe partners, stand up. Working groups, stand up. And especially our students and our chaperones, please stand up. the next are very important. Our local people here. So the Auraria Sustainability Group at Metro State. And Rich, stand up. Our interpreters. And last but not least, our hotel staff, the cooks, the people that brought us the food that we enjoyed. Okay. Program note, looking at page 21 of your programs, the Globe Observer team was inadvertently left off. Globe Observers, please stand up. Our apologies for that, and thank you, Allison. Thank you for, that's why we turned to page 21, just to make sure, checking it one more time. I'm sorry? Teachers. Teachers. Thank you for that. Appreciate how could I miss teachers? Not all teachers are chaperones, I guess. I was thinking chaperones with the students, but there are teachers that are here and they're so vitally important to our program. Thank you. Oh, okay. Say it again, Becky. I was distracted. Non-for-profits. Wylaces, Dixon. And thank you, Eslam, for this. This is the thankless job to say thank you, because I'm going to get it wrong, right? So Lisa Dallas, also with DIS. Yeah. Before I step down, because I think I'm turning red, anybody else that you want to call out that I missed? Anybody?
Oh, one more.
Go ahead. You do it.
Did we have the whole International Organizing Committee stand up? I'm not sure that we stand up and give them another round of applause.
And that's a wrap. I think we're done. I love a bit of logistics. So, the banquet. The official bit's done, now the fun starts. Could I ask everybody to be in here first at 6 o'clock? We're going to try and take a team photo. We're going to see how many people we can squeeze in front of the flags. And then we will go through and eat a little bit after that. Thank you so much, and see you.